Hey VC, it's Billy here. Just coming at you with a new country update. This is the second country update here recently. Before I get started, I want to wish a happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Spend some time with your family, watch some football, listen to some music, chill out, drink some beer, do whatever you enjoy, whatever you like. Most of all, just have fun, enjoy it. I do want to thank my new subscribers, anybody who's left comments and messages. It means the world. The VC is such a cool, eclectic, unique family. It's kind of like a family. I mean, you watch their videos that people make, and you can't help but kind of feel a connection. You know, no matter if you dig all the stuff that they show or not, but one thing's for sure, you know, you definitely make a connection with people. Some videos are very funny. Some guys are just hilarious. Other guys get right to the point and just stick to the music. But I do enjoy the stories that some of y'all share, not just about music but other things. So diving into it here with the country update. This is stuff that I found at thrift stores or trying to think, thrift stores, local record shops, things like that. Most of these are $1 to pickups, $1, $2, $3. Everything's less than $5, except for a couple things that I picked up in here, and I'll point those out. But these were all pretty much. This is the second half of the country stuff that I picked up last month, except for one. The first one I'm going to show you here is one I just actually picked up today. I went and picked up my early Christmas present. I haven't got the okay from the wife to actually open it up yet, but I got a Thorens 240 turntable, which I'm super stoked about. I can't wait to get that thing out, set up, and playing. I picked up a couple records today. This first one I'm going to show you is one that I love going into this new record store. Rich's Record Emporium in a couple towns over from where I'm at. Awesome people, awesome store. He has great original vinyl in there, as well as a lot of new repressings as well. But he has a huge selection of original press vinyl, old stuff, classic stuff. Whether you're into jazz, country, rock, whatever. He's got such a great selection, and he always has all the stuff labeled around the bins, whether it's new arrivals or whatever. But stuff that does come in, as he's going through it, he's got it sitting there by his desk, and I love walking in and just shooting the shit with him and asking him if he's got anything new, and he's like, yeah, I got a big stack of stuff here, I just haven't had a chance to go through. Always lets me dig through it, and I actually found 2 killer records today that I am 100% positive that if I hadn't have been there and dug through that stack, I wouldn't have got it, because when stuff like this hits the floor, it's gone. But I was super pumped to get this original Sun pressing Johnny Cash. It's very clean. It has so many great songs on it. Now, my question that I had with him, and maybe you guys can help me as well, I've never seen one of these in the wild, not recently anyway, but I was thinking that everything that I've seen online, that this blue up here is a little bit more saturated. This one looks a little bit faded to me, but the cover, I mean, it's as white as can be. It's great. It's still in the original shrink. It has been slit. I mean, it does have some wear on the edges and whatnot, but it's a beautiful, beautiful record. Sounds great. I came home and cleaned it up. Got a fantastic deal on it, but great. I was happy to pick that up. So many great songs on here. I don't have to go into all that because you guys know I don't want another 20-minute video. I want to get through this quick. Moving on here, George Jones, The Grand Tour. This record, for some reason, is nearly impossible to find. This is an original pressing of The Grand Tour. George Jones, what a great voice. Picked up another George Jones, one of the many comps that he has. It's just a greatest hits comp. It's a lot of the older stuff. I'm a People, Love Bug, Walk Through This World With Me, The Race Is On, White Lightning. Some really cool old stuff. Sounds great as well. I had made mention about picking up this one in my last video. It's a little Ray Price, For the Good Times. If you guys aren't familiar, this guy can sing his ass off, and he has some great classic country songs. This particular title track, For the Good Times, is, in my opinion, one of the saddest and best country classics that have ever been recorded. Give it a listen if you haven't. What we're listening to right now in the background is little Aaron Lewis, Sinner. Pre-ordered this record, I believe on Pledge Music when he had his campaign going, and heard a couple of the hype singles that he put out to help sell the record, and was just blown away. Fell in love with it immediately. Like I said though, I'm not really a super huge fan. Well, I'm not a fan, period, of today's country music. I think most of it is shit. It's not country. So what does it say about the sad state of today's country music when a rock and roller from a band like Stained is making, in my opinion, some of the best country music out there? It's crazy. Because the stuff that they're playing on country radio today isn't country, but this is great country music. He does a cover of Chris Stapleton's Whiskey and You, which was recorded by Tim McGraw a few years back, which in my opinion is the worst version of that song. Chris Stapleton does it phenomenally, which most of the writers that do their own stuff will do a better job on it, but I think Aaron Lewis does a fantastic job on Whiskey and You. The title track, Sinner, is a duet with Willie Nelson, which is kind of cool. But man, there are so many great songs on here. It's kind of a throwback for me to when country music was great, and that was in the 90s for me. This is a lot of that feel, that drive, that attitude. If you dig Travis Tritt, Charlie Daniels, Hank Williams Jr., Chris Stapleton, Jamie Johnson, that type of stuff, pick up Aaron Lewis's record. Do yourself a favor. It's great. It's phenomenal. Next is little Johnny Cash. We showed you a little bit there at the beginning. This is a little Ring of Fire, Best of Johnny Cash. Another comp. It's going to have, trying to think, Tennessee Flat Top Box, Ring of Fire, a couple other, let me get that glare off there, a couple other things like that, but didn't have that one, and I've got a pretty decent Johnny Cash collection, so it's always good to run across those and add those to the collection. This is one that I was really excited about picking up. It's a little Johnny and June. You've got they have some great songs, and they're really funny together. If you've seen them on any of their live stuff on YouTube or whatever, they were super funny and sang well together too. Did a lot of great duets. This has I'm trying to think, Will Jackson, which is the big one, Long-Legged Guitar Picking Man, I Got a Woman, What'd I Say? I think that maybe that's an old rockabilly song. I think I'm not 100% sure. I have to give it a listen. It's been a while, but that one was great. I was glad to pick that one up. Got a Haggard that I didn't have, which he's got so many old things. The thing with Haggard is his old records might have one or two songs that everybody's familiar with, but there's so many great songs that you may have never heard of, and this is one of them. Branded Man. You get digging into, trying to think, I threw away the Rose, Branded Man, Don't Get Married. He does a lot of like Jimmy Rogers type stuff, older, really classic, throwback to the classic stuff.
One keeps trying.
And then you guys, if you watch my videos, you know I'm a sucker for the late 80s, early 90s country. That to me is great, and this is one of those. Rodney Crowell, Diamonds and Dirt, and super awesome writer. You know, he was married to Rosanne Cash for quite some time, and made a lot of great music with Rosanne. But this has so many great country radio hits on it, like Crazy Baby, I Couldn't Leave You If I Tried, She's Crazy for Leaving, After All This Time, Above and Beyond. This is an awesome record. At a time where, you know, there was Ricky Van Shelton and Dwight Yoakam and Randy Travis and George Strait, Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, Travis Tritt. Those guys were just coming on the scene, and this came out. This came out in probably 88, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1988. Great record. Little Hank Jr., but it's classic Hank Jr. It's Luke the Drifter, Volume 2. This is right before he was getting ready to make that transition to Bo Cephas and Rockin' Randall. Good stuff, though. Nice clean copy. A couple more Cash things, original Sun pressings. This may be a later repress, but Golden Hits Volume 1. It's got all the stuff. You know, Folsom Prison Blues, Hey Porter, Cry Cry Cry, I Walk the Line. Just one of his many comps out there. And this one here, Johnny Cash and the Tennessee 2, Get Rhythm. Another Sun pressing. That I don't buy too much new country, but I do really like this guy. I don't know what it is about. I love his older stuff, and that's basically what this is. This is a Blake Shelton loaded best of Blake Shelton. You get back to some of his old stuff. Austin, Old Red, The Baby. The Baby, such an amazing song. Some Beach, Goodbye Time, which is a old Conway cover. The More I Drank, She Wouldn't Be Gone, Hillbilly Bone. That's a duet with Trace Adkins. Kiss My Country Ass. All About Tonight. Good stuff. And it sounds really great too. 2 LP collection there. And then the Hag, a little bit more Hag. Kern River, one of my favorite Haggard songs. I don't know what else. That's the problem with a lot of Haggard stuff, is you might get one or two songs that everybody's familiar with. But for the price, like I said, this was one of those that was only a couple bucks. I couldn't pass it up, even if it only had Kern River on it. But it has Natural High, which is, I believe, Jeannie Fricke sings harmony on that, and she's got such a beautiful voice. That looks like that's it. Those are the two big ones on there. Also picked up Pancho and Lefty. These were in a box at the record store, Rich's Record Emporium. He had a bunch of mint country records. I mean, when I say mint, I don't throw that term around loosely, but they were mint country records. A lot of them were still sealed. The records were beautiful, looked like they'd never been played, and they were less than $5 each. So I was jazzed. I walked out with it with a stack that high. But good stuff. Pancho and Lefty. Another Hag, little Rainbow Stew Live, which is a great song. I don't know that I've ever heard a version of that that's not live, to be honest with you. Little Haggard Live. And then this is a upgrade copy. This was in that mint box as well. Another Haggard comp. But it's got all the stuff on it. Okie from Muskogee, Mama's Hungry Eyes, Working Man's Blues, Farmer's Daughter, Silver Wings, Daddy Frank, Today I Started Loving You Again. What a great song. Mama Tried, Fight Inside of Me. Good. And then a picture of him with his dog here. So, good stuff. That's it for this update. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. Like I said, hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. and hopefully check in the next day or so. I'm hoping to have some rock updates and maybe an unboxing of my Thorns turntable. Alright guys, take care. Peace.